Well, I don't know why millions of people go to H&R Block and TurboTax and things like that, get their taxes done. It costs them $300-400 easy, just on a simple form. And now that's why they're so pissed off at the IRS because the IRS is going to do that for free now. They tested it this year, but now they're going to go full bore in next year. You'll be able to almost every state. Now states have to participate, and this is like federal and state taxes, no cost, okay? And so you got to check this out, and forget about the ads and they promise you this, because a lot of these people, these companies, they sell you money. You're going to get a return. Well, then they'll lend you money. And just outrageous rates, and you don't have to do any of that. There's plenty of free help to get all your taxes. Unless you have a real complicated life. But if you're making under 100 grand, you probably don't have a complicated life, and you can get the free one. Unless you're going to get sucked into the scare tactics. Oh, the big, terrible government and all that kind of stuff. Man, I think high tech is terrible, more terrible than the government. They pulled the rug out from me with just not even a smile. But that's something. The companies you have to be careful of, because you have no recourse. You have a recourse with government. If they screw you over, then you could go to another level of government and apply without hiring an attorney. That's the thing. When you deal with the government, you don't need an attorney to fight them. They have other offices that fight their offices. Wow. Only in America. And that's it. Then you have your elected officials, and they want to help you and get satisfaction, because then you'll vote for that sucker no matter what they do. So let's go through your taxes. Let's say you owe bad taxes. Okay, so you worry, and see, the problem with owing money to the government or anybody, it messes with your head. You're not going to sleep well. You worry about it all the time. And I think when your insides are in turmoil, that's going to start screwing up your organs in there too. So they're going to be in turmoil. And you don't want to live that way. So just face it. And I'll show you places where to get all this help. You don't have to pay anybody, and you get it from the horse's mouth, not somebody guessing. Because a lot of these tax preparers that applied for help businesses get money from the government, man, they're all now in hot water because they just stretched it too far and and got in trouble, and that's called fraud. And the IRS, tell you the truth, has nobody to go after you anymore. The Congress has cut their budget. But aside from that, you want to be fair, you want to treat America fair, and you want to be treated fair. And you don't want to be living in fear. And that's silly, because you have more control over any IRS official than you do anyone else in America, because they have to follow the laws. Other people just skirt the laws, and you have power of getting somebody to fight for you. So like here, if you the new program is called actually Direct File, and most states are going to have it for next year. And that's go online, you fill it all up, and unless you have a real complicated application, you'll get home free and get all the money you deserve. Okay, here's some things you want to know. Okay, legal help. See, the IRS, the government has an office that will give you free legal advice and free legal help. Will fight the IRS for you. That's right. So why hire an attorney at $300 an hour? The government pays these nonprofit organizations to fight the IRS for you. Now that's free. Now who knew about that? No, probably nobody. Here's another thing. There's something, okay, if you owe the money to the IRS and you can't pay, so you have back taxes, offer in compromise. They'll sit down with you. A member of ours, who's actually one of our navigators, Tula, she did this. She owed $55,000 and got it down to $5,000. She thought she had to go to an accountant and all this kind of stuff. No, the accountant was going to take $10,000 or something like that. Man, no, that's out of your pocket. You don't have to do that. She went directly to this office, offering compromise, and I'll put the links in the description below so you don't have to worry about it. And got it all done for free, and got rid of 90% of her bill. Man, what could be better than that? Nothing. Worse than that is hiring somebody who's going to take $10,000 from you. That's what you don't want, okay? And you can always do that after. Okay, here's another thing. Is that if you have financial difficulties, they have hardship programs. Okay, now who else would have hardship programs? Call Chase Bank and see if they have a hardship program in repaying your loan. Call your automobile company that you have your payment for your car payment on. They have hardship program. Nonsense. The government does. So if you have trouble, you want to go to the taxpayer advocate. See, a taxpayer advocate. This is democracy. This is all us. So we have things in their system to help protect the small person and the consumer. Now, don't forget the people in the capitalism part. All they're protecting is themselves. I mean, they say they're protecting, but they want the money first. So use the free one first. Okay, what do we have? Okay, and here's another. You can make an appointment with a counselor nowadays. Put in your zip code and have a personal one-on-one help with an IRS counselor. I mean, find out. You don't have to take their advice, but you make an appointment. Here's what I have. What do you suggest? You do what you want because you sign it. They don't sign it. You don't want to take their advice. That's fine. I do it all the time because I don't want to go to an accountant and have him charge me $100 an hour or whatever the heck it is to give me an answer to something. They'll do it free and they get the real answer. And then you see what you have too. You're protected. You take their name. So if you get audited, hey, the IRS told me to do this. So that's the power in the system, is using the system. Sure, I mean, we hear the bad things, sure, because there are bad people out there. So bad shit happens to bad people. If you're not a bad person, your likelihood is going to be pretty good. And probably have a bigger chance of getting hit by a car today than getting an audit, anything. Actually, I looked at that data too, and that's true. Everybody, I'm going to get an audit, I'm going to go to jail. Well, your chances of that are 0 to nothing. Like I say, you have a higher chance of dying getting in your car today than you do filling out your taxes. It's just crazy thing. But the people in the industry that wants to put the fear of God in you to get your money, man, that plagues on us. And it's human nature, it's natural. So see these links below. You want to talk to get an offer in compromise. You want to get the free legal help. What the heck do they call that again? Low-income taxpayer clinics. That's the free legal help. And you get the offer in compromise. And then you want to get the taxpayer advocate service for a hardship. Financial hardship, okay? So all that is free, whatever. And sure, and also the taxpayer assistance, one-on-one help. So you have all those organizations, all part of the IRS. You could probably call 211 and ask them about it if you get lost for this, or you don't get the links and the other that I'm going to put in the YouTube, okay? And call them. Call your congressman too if you can't find these things. But they're there, and be careful, because you don't have to be careful, but be patient. That's what it is. I mean, you wait. I see people wait for 3 hours, 5 hours, in H&R Block office to get an appointment or whatever. I mean, you don't have. Unless you have the money, fine, thank you. They could. They have to have a job too. But you don't have that much extra money, then why waste it? Spend it on you and something of value for you, not somebody else. And just put fear into you to give them money. No, don't live in fear. Live in knowledge. Know you have options. So you think you don't have options, but they do. And that's what Let's Go Help is all about. Now, if you can't afford us, and we're $20 a month, all you could eat. and if you don't have $20 a month, then go here. I have a report. It's called trylesgo.com. If you download that report, you get step-by-step instructions on how to find free money and help for anything. It's a short course. You get you started, so you don't have to give me money. You don't have to give money to anybody to get to do what you want to do in life or solve financial problems. It's out there. So even if you can't afford my $20, download that. Try Lesgo. That will take you step by step, so you could start finding these sources yourself and get the money and help you need to really start living the best life you can. I mean, we live in a wonderful country that has all that options, but people don't know that. And they just know the shit that's in Google, and everybody there just wants your money. So get out of Google and get free.